Are we live? Are we live? Yes,
Yeah.
we are live. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to the second Faux Fluentella Show. Nana, before we start, can you tell me any genre of music? Go.
Any genre. R&B, hip hop, boom.
No, just one.
Just one. Okay. Boom.
Okay, something that I would know.
It's not very upbeat. It's like techno. But
Okay,
it's
can
South
someone
African.
give me a beat then? I need a beat for techno music.
Oh snap.
Boots.
Okay, Daniel's gonna do it. Go. Welcome to the Faux Fluentella Show. Okay, that was terrible. And please welcome your host today, the lovely Daniel. Round of applause, everybody.
Hello, everyone. I'm Daniel. I am the head Portuguese teacher here at Fluentella. And welcome, everyone. Today, we're going to have our second Faux Fluentella show, which is a live game show streamed here on Facebook. This week, we're going to be doing Portuguese idioms. So the basic concept will be our contestant, which is Mary today. We'll have to guess the literal translation or where it is used or the English like the closest English translation to it. I think that'll be a lot easier. And the rules are very simple. There are 10 idioms here in Portuguese. Mary will have to guess the translation or where it's used. She will have 3 forms of lifelines. The first one asks the audience, which in our case is going to be Brick, Nana. So if you guys would like to introduce yourselves.
Go, Nana.
Okay. Hi, I'm Nana. I'm the head Isizu teacher, and I'm also an English teacher. And hopefully, I can be of help somehow. I don't know. I'm done.
Yeah, hi guys. I'm Brett. I'm an English teacher at Fluentella, and I would like to think I'll be of help today. We'll see, because I don't know how difficult it will be. So
I'm going to need a lot of help, guys. So if you are watching this on Facebook, please, if you have a comment to help me, I'm going to need that. So I will be watching these comments. Hopefully someone can help me because I need a lot of help today. Absolutely no references.
I was very kind, and I didn't pick. I had a list of 20, and I saw that some of them were extremely difficult. So so again, guess either the meaning of it or the English idiom that relates to it. So Mary, would you like to introduce yourself first, and then we start?
Sure. I was so loud at the beginning. Hi everybody, my name is Marie. I am the head English and Afrikaans teacher, and today I'm in the hot seat because Daniel was last time. I'm very scared. I honestly don't think Brick is going to be of help today. Maybe. Nana, I know, she's a champ. Nana's a champ.
Nana's a champ.
So, yeah, okay, lay it on me. Let's start.
All right. Okay, so let's start with the easiest one that I could find, okay? Quem não chora não mama. Who doesn't cry doesn't suckle.
Who doesn't cry doesn't suckle, as in a baby.
As in a baby. That's why you have the crying part.
Okay, is it similar to an English idiom?
Yes. There's a very similar not in word by word, but what it means.
Who doesn't cry doesn't suckle.
Yes. Quem não chora não mama. Portuguese
I
version.
cannot even think of an English equivalent.
Would
is
you
it
like to guess
something
like
like-
when you use? Yeah, like how you use it?
I'm kind of thinking of something like first come, first serve, but that's obviously not what it is.
I'm on like you don't ask, you don't get.
Say that again.
Really?
Say that again.
If you don't ask, you don't get.
Yeah, kind of. Yes. Very close. Very close. Yeah. If you don't ask, you don't get. The closest meaning that I could think of was the squeakiest wheel gets the oil or the grease. Where you from? Which means have you ever heard that expression?
No,
before?
I have.
No. Well,
My mind is blown.
yeah, like the loudest in the room, or whoever asked whoever, verbalize whatever it is, gets whatever that person wants.
So I think Marie was probably closer with like first come, first serve, because it's like the first person who asks gets it.
Yeah, the loudest.
No, I think you were the closest with, like if you don't ask, you don't get it.
All
like,
right.
if you don't,
So-
you have to
so-
say yourself.
Cry no suckle. So.
Yeah. What kind of situation would you use it in though?
Like I kind of wanna ask my parents to go out. Well, if you don't ask your parents to go out, how are they gonna let you go?
Oh. It's
So-
almost like if
Oh my
there's a competition, like if you don't enter, you can't win.
Yes,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
don't ask, you don't get. Like that's pretty much the closest. like-
Okay. Was that the easiest idiom?
yes, that's the easiest one.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck,
It's gonna be
Marie.
a long hour.
I think-
You're going to be calling on me regularly.
Okay, yes, Greg, maybe I should.
Okay.
That is
Okay, this one's pretty
brutal.
easy too. This one's pretty close too. Who has a mouth goes to Rome. In Portuguese, is quem tem boca vai a Roma. Who has a mouth goes to Rome.
Rome as in Italy.
Yes, Rome is the capital of Italy. Yes.
Okay, is it also close to an English one?
No.
Oh, good grief.
Okay, say it again, please.
Who has a mouth goes to Rome.
Who has a mouth goes to Rome.
Quem tem boca vai a Roma.
Yeah, that means nothing to me. Who has a mouth goes to Rome.
Mm-hmm.
So it's someone who speaks is allowed to do something.
Yes.
Isn't that similar to the first one though?
Yes, it's very similar to the first one.
Okay. So is it like something if you speak up, you will succeed?
Yes. Yes. There you
Is
go.
that what it means?
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
Go to
There we go.
Rome. Ha, that's pretty cool. Oh, thank
Yeah.
goodness I have 1 point.
Okay, that was good.
Nice. That was good.
Nice.
That was a
Doing
difficult
well.
one too.
All right. So this one has two ways of there's this idiom, and then we derived when we found another idiom, but it is uma facada, which means a stabbing
Stabbing as in with a knife.
with a knife. Yes, stabbing.
So when I think of stabbing, it's more like a backstabber.
Okay, no.
No. Nana, help me here.
Stabbing. What? Pain?
Pain, no.
It has nothing to do with pain.
Has nothing to do with pain. I'll give you an expression. I'll give you a sentence with it.
Okay.
All right. A little bit easier. I went to buy that shirt and it was a stabbing.
Oh, it was a ripple.
Killing. There was a killing.
No, it was not. No killing.
Was it a rip-off? Like it was too expensive?
Yes,
No.
it was too expensive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
Very
Not
good.
like,
There
so,
we
so
go.
it's not like a good deal. It's a bad deal.
It's a bad deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, not like we can either use it's a stabbing or does it come with a knife? So you're like, oh yeah, I was gonna buy that T-shirt, but it was like
Cool.
$300. And you're like, wow, does it come with a knife as well? Because it's a stabbing, because that's you're like self-style.
I say that kind of thing too. Like if there's really expensive shoes, I'm like, wow, what? Do they clean your feet as well, or do you just wear them?
Yeah, I have something similar, but it's not really an idiom. Like if something is expensive, I would say, but does it make coffee too?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Does it make coffee? Yeah.
Nice. I like that.
Okay, cool.
All right. Okay.
Stunning.
This is one of the few soccer or sport idioms that we have here in Brazil, which word by word it means gives 10-0, but it scores 10-0. Dar de 10-0. Score 10-0.
So it's obviously something that declines. No. Brick, what do you think?
I think it's like how you'd say you wipe the floor with another team. You know, if you say like, oh,
Is
we
that
wipe
right?
the floor, like it's like
It's in
10-0.
Yeah, you're in the right direction. Yeah.
Okay. But it's
It's
not
like-
that.
Very, very, very close. Almost there.
Like you win, like you beat someone in a game so much that there's no chance that they could ever win. Is it something like that?
No, you're going a
No.
different now. You're going a different direction now.
Nana?
This is intense.
No.
Confusing.
Okay. Say it one more time, please, Daniel.
To score 10-0. Dar de 10-0.
Oh, what if? No, I could be wrong. What if you just outdid yourself?
Maybe.
Right? Could be what?
If
Like
just
you did it so well, like you exceeded your expectations.
There's one component that you're missing. There's just this one component that you're missing. If you
Great.
combine what Brick said with what Nana said, it would have a very good definition of it.
Like if you're the winner of a World Cup or something like that.
I mean, it's an analogy. It doesn't necessarily have to do with sports. It's like a home run, like, oh, this is a home run. To baseball, right? It's not. I mean, it's a sports
Okay.
sports
It's like
idiom.
the best you could have done, maybe.
No.
So it's used as in a general life type of situation.
Yep.
It's so tricky.
Does it have something to do with your job?
No. Oh, it could. It could.
Like if you've done so well at your job, you've surpassed yourself. Like you've done better than you thought.
No, I was
No.
thinking like if you go to an interview and you get the job, something like that.
No, that's a score. That's that's not.
Okay, I have no idea, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
that-
get the job and they make you CEO.
Yo.
New Zealand,
Kidding.
but that's okay.
Okay, Daniel, you stumped us.
Let's
We
combine
have-
what Brick said. So let's take what Brick said, right? He's saying like wipe the floor.
like
with-
you've won more than you.
Yeah,
should
you
have
wipe the floor
almost.
for someone, and then Nana said exceed, right? So you say this when you're comparing two things, and one thing is so much better than the other. So that thing or that person scores 10-0 or 10-0 on the other thing that is comparing to.
So like you would compare Break and Nana.
Coke and Pepsi.
Who's the
In what,
who's
in what
the
way
good
are
one?
you comparing me and
You
Yeah,
know
which one?
Oh.
Who's
Please
scoring 10-0?
Joking. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, so an example be this shoes score 10-0 on those other shoes.
So it's all about personal perspective. It's not really
There's, like,
like,
rating.
what it is.
Yeah, it's like it's just, it. I mean, it is subjective. It is to interpretation. When it comes to restaurants, for example, oh, don't go there. This restaurant scores 10-0 on this restaurant. For
Is
example,
it like saying it's 10 out of 10?
no?
One is 10 out of 10, but the other is terrible.
But when you're comparing, you're saying this is 10 out of 10, the other one's 0 out
It's
of
a
10.
5 out of 10.
basically.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
It is a
It's
range.
like comparing two things.
Yeah, you are comparing two things in a sense that one is better than the other. Always, one is better than the other.
It's
Oh, this
Sorry,
one's cool.
Greg. I was just joking.
Team A destroys Team B. Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, you were in the right. That's what I said. You were in the right direction. Just take that out of the sport, the sport world,
Context.
and apply that. Take what Nana said. Oh, you overachieve over someone, so you're better than
I
someone.
can't put it into an idiom. I can only say it in translation.
Yeah, that's what I was like. You don't need to translate. Like, find a similar idiom. Just go with like what it generally means. It's gonna be a lot
Easier
easier.
said than done, eh?
Yes. All right, this one's a little bit. It's a little bit funny. Do you want confetti?
It's
Você-
one
Do you want confetti? Quer confete?
Do you want confetti?
Confetti. Yes.
As in someone's getting married confetti.
Yes, that kind of confetti. Yeah, party confetti.
Celebration.
Do you want to get married? Does that what it mean?
No.
Do you want a party?
No.
Confetti. Does it matter what kind of confetti it is, or just general confetti?
What two types of confetti
Yeah,
are there?
general-
I had a couple
confetti.
of friends getting married these past few years. There are many different kinds of confetti.
Oh, are there? I didn't know. We use confetti here for carnival. So during carnival, you see a lot of confetti on the streets.
Is this idiom carnival related?
It has nothing to do with carnival. I was just saying that's why I don't know. I didn't know it existed. I thought confetti was just, hey,
Is
here.
it kind of like, do you want to show?
Do you want to show?
Like, do you
A
want
show,
a
like-
show?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
do you,
no.
Does it have
No.
something to do with weddings though?
With what?
Weddings.
No. I'll give you a sentence. I think
Yeah.
that you keep doing that because
I think surprise, maybe.
all right. Marie is like, I'm so bad at English, and I'm like, você quer confete? Do you want confetti?
Do you want help?
Ah, I know.
No.
I know what it is. I think I know what it is.
I bring.
Do you want sympathy?
I think it's like, is it like, do you want a medal?
Yes.
Is it like, do you want a medal?
Ooh. Like it's the English equivalent is like when you're backdoor bragging.
Yes.
Like if you're actually good at something and then you go, oh, it's so hard to speak English, and then people say, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
Brick, like what Brick said, do you want a medal?
Do you want a medal? Yeah, that's a good one. Yes, there you
Well,
go.
that's close to what Nana said as well. It's a similar thing if you're being sarcastic, like, do you want to show?
Yeah.
But I think it's
Yeah.
like exactly. The response is sarcastic. What the first
Yeah.
person said, they're not saying it in a sarcastic way, but the
Yeah,
response,
you're like,
"Do you want
like,
confetti?
like,
Do you
yeah,
want a
like
medal?"
your face goes. Really?
Yeah. Do you want me to put some confetti on you because you're so good?
That is funny. I'm gonna
like
use
that.
that now.
That's a good one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, do you
no.
want confetti? Because it's like, oh, do you want a parade? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like, do you want a
Nice.
parade?
I
Like,
like that.
I scored a 98 on my exam. Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh, really? Do you want some confetti?
Be like,
To
what
go with
happened
that?
to the 2%?
I'm gonna use that
All right,
now.
okay,
I
that's
love
good.
that.
See, teamwork, teamwork.
Nice.
All right, okay. So this one's a cool one. Take your little horse from the rain. Take your little horse from the rain.
Rain
Tirar
as in this rain or this rain?
this rain from the sky.
Ah. Is it like to protect something that's important? No.
Nope.
Greg?
Is it like put your car in the garage?
Nope.
Damn.
That's a good one.
It's like, you know what I mean? Protect your horse from rain. Put your car in the garage. That kind of
Yeah.
adds
Yeah,
Kind of
no.
makes sense.
Tirar o cavalinho da chuva. Take your little horse from the rain.
Is little important?
Oh.
What?
The little part that it's a little
no,
horse.
not at all.
No.
Not at all.
Is it
Not at all.
is it maybe like stay out of trouble?
Oh,
Don't get into
I
trouble?
think I have an idea.
I also think I know.
Marie,
Is
go.
doesn't it mean like if someone is up on a pedestal, like the English equivalent would be no, on a high horse.
Like get off your high horse.
No, I think you're stuck with the horse part, but no.
Okay, it has
Yeah.
nothing
I
to
think,
do with the horse.
is it like bring your clothes in because it's raining outside?
No, you're getting further
Right.
now.
Yes.
Right.
Because you know, in English we call it a clothes horse. Well, some people do. What
Yeah.
you put your clothes on to dry. That was my idea.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so is it an actual horse or not?
No, it has nothing to do with
Yeah, but I mean,
horse.
it's like, is anything in it actual? Like, is the rain actual? No. Okay. Yo, I don't know.
It's hard. Like
Give us a hint, please.
All right, okay, I'll give you another sentence, okay? Let's say Brick just won $10,000 and he's going for lunch. And I'm like, hey, I'll tag along, you can pay for me. And then Brick tells me, oh, you can take your little horse from the rain. Você pode tirar o seu cavalinho da chuva.
Oh, okay. So it's like get rid of that idea.
oh,
Don't even think
like,
about it. Don't even come
think,
close to
yeah.
it.
Don't even
Don't
have
even
that
come
idea.
close to it. You can't just stay away from this idea. You don't even think about it.
we would have never
But
gotten that one.
explain where that comes from. I don't see
Where it comes from, I don't even know. I don't know. When
No,
someone
but I mean, I don't see the connection.
just take
Yeah.
your little horse from the rain.
Marie, this is Portuguese. We're
Yeah,
talking
like,
about.
remember when I told you last
You're
month, like
funny,
fix your
but-
language, like Portuguese,
Makes no sense.
we have no fixing. We're like way past fixing. You know, like way past fixing. It's just like some of this stuff. It's just, you know, very old, very old.
Okay.
So in like maybe like 300 years ago, this made sense. Oh yeah, I'll take, you know, yeah, my.
So do you actually use this like in nowadays?
Oh,
do you actually
all the-
use this?
Yeah, like
You do, yeah.
usually with my parents. My parents, when I was younger, my parents used to say something, you know, like, and I'll just try to like go along, you know, like go, you know, with that idea, and then my parents would just tell me, oh yeah, you can take your little horse from the rain. Don't go there.
Such
Don't
a
even think about
weird
it.
idiom.
Yeah, don't even think about it. Yeah, you don't want someone to do that, like going along.
Yeah. That's a good one. I like that.
Good job, Rick. Very nice.
No, I think I have. I'm going to tell you a small story. So I think the reason why I can kind of relate to this is because when I was living with people from Argentina, they would tell me these idioms and they would translate them to English and it would make no sense. It was, I mean, when it was translated, it was nonsense, actually. It was that ridiculous. And one that I remember vividly, I can't say it in Spanish, but basically you will say, someone else is heavier than a necklace of watermelons. So if you need to support someone enough, you need to carry them. You would say that that person is heavier than a necklace of watermelons. And to me, this was the craziest thing I'd ever heard in my life. So I think that's why I can kind of...
I think in gaming nowadays, we say just get in the backpack. I'll carry you. Just get in the
backpack. Exactly.
Yeah, just get in the backpack.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, nowadays, I mean, it is a different expression, right? Just get, like, even, well, I mean, in English, in Portuguese, we say this, just, dude, just get in the backpack. Or like, oh, my lower back is hurting. You know, like when you're gaming, like, oh, my lower back is hurting from carrying you. You were so bad at this game, you know?
Yeah. Oh. That's great.
Yeah.
That's
great.
Maybe I should have used this one, and then you guys would have guessed. My lower back hurts. Like, oh, what does that mean? Oh, when you carry someone and like, see, like it can be like a I don't know, like a group project, you know, work project, whatever. You're like, you do all the work, the other person doesn't do anything. It can be in like sports, gaming. My lower back is hurting from you do everything for the team. Yeah. All right. What's the next one? Okay, here we go. Oh my god.
That's an evil laugh.
Yes. To stay seeing sheeps. Boats, excuse me. To stay seeing boats. Ficar a ver navios. To stay seeing boats.
To stay what boats?
Seeing.
To stay seeing boats.
Seeing boats. Seeing boats.
To stay seeing boats.
Okay. Oh, like to keep seeing boats.
Yes.
To continue seeing boats.
Continue seeing boats.
Okay, I have an idea, but I mean, probably wrong.
Well, there are no wronger answers here. There are wrong answers.
Is this person hallucinating?
No.
Good question, Anna.
Again, idioms are not supposed to be literal, right? I mean,
some of them are. In Afrikaans, we have a lot of literal idioms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Frick,
is it like someone who lives at the beach? Someone who lives on the sea?
It has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Is it someone who keeps seeing something that's not true or believes something that's not true?
Nope.
That's a good guess.
That was a good one.
Thinking?
Yeah, that was. Sorry.
No. Wishful thinking? No.
Very close.
Anna.
Yeah.
That was very close.
Does it mean to like wish for something?
Is it like keep dreaming?
Not wishful. No. It's very close to that. Yeah, right direction. Right direction.
Use it in a sentence. This is too hard.
If I don't invest my money right now, I will continue seeing boats. Eu vou ficar a ver navios.
Life will be the same?
No. Again, take what Nana said. Nana was very, very close to it.
It's a hard one.
I'm kind of like,
very hard.
Wishful thinking.
It was like, so you won't get it. You'll just keep wishing for it because you didn't invest the money.
Just keep trying? Like, just keep trying?
No. So it's kind of like you didn't invest the money. So it's like, if you have dreams but you do nothing about it, then you'll just keep having the visions of it because you actually haven't done anything. But I can't explain it, but I kind of get it.
Yeah, that's it. Go on. Yeah, you're very. Yeah,
that's
Your logic is correct.
I'm done.
But she's not there yet.
No, yeah.
I can't word that.
I break.
Break. So, it means that if you don't do something that you want, you might regret later. If you don't act right now, it will be left out. So
Okay.
think about it, right? When do you see boats or ships or whatever? Okay, right? So you're just seeing them away, like you're not.
Oh, like you're
You're
in
waiting.
a harbor,
You're
like
not
that
on the
ship has
boat.
sailed. Is it like
The ship
that?
has sailed.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, you see, like you're standing there and you're just gonna keep seeing it going away, but you're not there. You're not on
You're not doing it.
the journey, all right, on the
This
adventure.
one we like. I think this one we
So-
like. It makes sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
It's
yeah,
like
if you
a
don't
missed
act,
opportunity. Like if you don't do it now, you're gonna miss the opportunity.
yes, exactly.
That ship has sailed.
Mm-hmm.
That's a look. The ship has sailed. It's more like it's a missed opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like
This
the
one-
result. It's
Yeah,
done.
that's the result. Yeah, the ship will be sailed, right? And when it comes, if you actually want to translate this idiom here, but when we say if you cover enough, it's like you don't want to do something, and then you don't want to not.
You don't
do
want to miss this. You don't want to miss
don't
it.
want to miss it. Exactly.
Ah, okay.
That's cool.
This one makes
Alright.
sense.
Okay, we're
So it's
gonna
like
go to
all the online adverts, like invest all your money in this, or you're gonna miss the biggest opportunity ever.
yes,
It's like
or
that
yes,
in a nutshell.
like that. Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. See the investment part. See, that's what sticks.
Is that like when you get spam emails or like text messages from Portuguese companies? Would they use that or not?
No. This is
No?
very informal.
Oh,
Again-
okay.
You see how I had to like explain, like of course this one there is a reason behind it, but it's not very used. You will always be like, oh, this is gonna be a missed opportunity if you don't do it. You actually straightforward. You wouldn't really use it.
Right.
All right, next one. Give your arm to twist.
To be persuaded easily?
No.
Okay,
Is
so
it
in
like
Afrikaans we have a similar one. Om iemand se arm te draai, meaning to twist someone's arm literally to persuade them.
To force them into something.
Yeah.
No, for us it's not force, it's just to persuade.
Ah, okay.
Oh, really? Yeah. Cool. When I hear twist, like, oh, you're twisting my arm here, I think of like you forcing someone.
You're doing it to someone else.
Yeah,
You're
you're
physically
twisting my arm.
You're twisting their
But this one,
arm.
you're giving your arm to twist. Dar o braço. Mm-hmm.
Sucker for
Give-
pain.
The what?
Sucker for pain. Sorry, that's random. It's not the answer. I'm just saying. Give me your arm. Twist.
Is it like if you're gullible?
No.
So it's not like if you're easily led. Is it like you allow yourself to be,
Hurt.
like I don't know what the
Low
word is, like
self-esteem?
not explorated, no.
No.
Exploited. Is it like you allow yourself to be exploited?
No.
Hmm.
Is this like a positive idiom or negative?
It's a positive idiom. Yeah.
What?
Give your arm to be twisted.
Yeah.
This is
give
kind
my
of
arm
like-
to be twisted.
This is kind of like someone slaps you and you turn the other cheek type of situation. We don't really want that in life.
Does it
No,
mean to do something good, like to volunteer or to donate money or something?
No.
Does not like go out on a
Oh,
limb,
I
like
thought
to
that
help
was so
someone
good.
out of your way.
Sorry, Nana.
I thought that, you know what Marie just said? I thought it would be like something like that where you will take the fall for someone else, or you will, what is it called? Like take one for the team type of thing.
Oh yeah. No.
So
Or
it
like
doesn't
put
involve
yourself
helping
under the
someone.
bus?
Yes.
No.
It doesn't involve helping someone else.
No.
Portuguese is difficult.
Okay. I'll give you a sentence, all right? After weeks of disagreeing with Marie, she finally gave her arm to twist.
Oh,
It's funny. Gave in. She gave in.
Not gave in. It's not to give in.
Oh,
No.
to just
To give in.
accept what's happening.
Yes, she agreed. She
Ah.
finally agreed with me. So now, see, I'm giving. So I'm giving my arm to twist. So so like I finally accept your version, or I agree with you.
Oh, that makes
Ah.
sense. Okay.
More
Yeah, since
peaceful
I'm the
than we
one
thought.
doing it.
We're very violent people.
That's self-harm though, right? The other one was like you hurting someone. Now it's just here, twist my arm. You can. I'm giving it to you. You can twist my arm.
Well, if you think about it, it's not that hard actually. Well, now that I have the explanation, obviously.
Now that you know it.
Yeah, we were like,
I don't know why I
Deep
didn't
in
get
it.
that. That wasn't hard whatsoever.
But yeah, no, not at all.
I really should have got that.
All right, okay. I'm gonna do this one and then two relative new ones. Those came in probably like within the last few years. All right. This one is see everything pink. Ver tudo cor de rosa. See everything pink.
Is it if you're pregnant and you're gonna have a girl?
No,
Wow.
that's very literal. Oh, I
That's
see everything
very
pink.
yeah, that's I was thinking more like you see the light of everything. So whenever there's bad things, you ignore them, you just see the good things.
Yep,
Mm.
that's it.
oh,
What?
well done.
Yeah, you're a positive person.
Winner!
Yes, sir.
Person. You're
Well
very
done.
person. You see everything pink.
You see, yeah, it's like you see the light of everything.
Yes,
Yeah.
you see the
Why
positive
is it
of
pink
everything.
though?
Yeah, that's good.
Because pink is it's like
Rhymes
a
P
positive.
Portuguese, pink, P Portuguese. Rather than the light of everything, the white. I think that's my argument.
I mean, like let's remove the, like how we associate pink with girls and
Gender.
nowadays. But when this came out, it was like pink. It's a very fun and bright color, right? So that's the color they picked to use it. So it's a fun color.
It basically means to be an optimist.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
See everything pink.
Yeah, you see everything positive.
Very good.
All right.
Well
so
done,
the-
Rick.
That was a
Yeah,
good
that was a
one.
good one. First one, yeah, that was in the first
Who
try,
would have
right?
thought?
First guess. How good.
All right. Okay. The last two. There's another one, but I don't think we're gonna get to it. But the last two are very. This one is probably like the newest one. Being at Disney. Being at Disney. Está na Disney. Being
Disney as in the theme park.
the theme park. Está na Disney.
To be at Disney.
No.
No, I mean, is that
Oh,
is
yeah.
that
Yeah, to be at Disney or being at
does it have anything to do with Disney?
no.
No.
Oh, you're at your
An
happiest?
idea.
Does it mean to be crazy? Like mentally
Not
disturbed?
crazy. No, not
Happy?
crazy.
Are you at your
Not
happiest?
happy. Not happy.
Upset?
No.
The
Right, Brett?
child in you has been released. Sorry.
That's amazing. The child in you has been released.
Child, yeah, I mean, really? No.
Yes, Nana. That's great. That should be a new idiom in Portugal. Or in Brazil even.
I'll
in
start. I'll
Portuguese.
start this here. Like, what does that mean? I don't know. Just use
Start creating memes about it.
But is that what it means though?
it. No.
No.
I
No.
think. Shall I say what I think, or should I give you guys some more guesses so you can try and get some points too? Because I don't want to get all the points.
Greg obviously knows what it is.
Yeah,
No,
Greg knows all.
I don't obviously know. I think it means like you live in fantasy land.
Yeah, very close. Yeah,
What?
living. Yeah, it's not like you live, but you're like living Fantasyland. You know?
Confetti.
Man.
Confetti.
You go, Frank.
Do you want a
Yeah.
medal? Yes, you
When
can
you-
send
like,
it by
when you were-
email.
Yeah, when you were usually when you start going, you're like thinking or saying things are like
Like
Oh.
daydreaming.
like not daydreaming, but when you're like, and then we can go to like
Start having ideas so far.
it's like Paris, like then we can make like millions and like hold on, like Tanaji, are you at Disney right now?
Were you in Disney?
Where like are you in this crazy crazy world or like fantasy
That's
world,
funny.
whatever? Like no, calm down, like
Yeah.
back to earth. All right, come back to earth. Okay, are you good now? All right. So this is very new. All right, very new. When someone says something a little bit odd, people will say this. Sana Disney. All right.
So
If you have
it's more like
questions
a slang idiom.
yes, it's like
When you have an idea that is just
dude,
impossible,
just
it's
calm
like
down.
you're in Disneyland.
Just calm down. Like it could be an idea. It could just be like like saying something and then that's not very reasonable, and then people just say Tana Disney. All right.
Mm.
This one's pretty new too. All right. This came up when I was younger. We used to use this a lot, kind of died out a little, but it means to swallow a frog. Swallow frog. Engolir sapo. Frog. Don't
Is
think
it
of
like
Disney
is
princess.
it like when you're a teenager and your voice, like if you're a boy and your voice breaks?
No, I just mentioned it
Oh.
because I was like, I just mentioned it because it kind of died out. This one kind of died out a little. We used to say this a lot.
That was a good idea, though, Marie. That makes sense.
Does it have anything to do
Yeah.
with your voice?
It has nothing to do with your voice.
Is it like something to do with like your pride?
Kind of, yeah. Dude,
Mm-hmm.
Brick's on fire here. Murray, you're the contestant here.
I don't
Brick's
know
on
what's
fire.
going on.
Brick's on
Brick's
fire here.
Googling
Yeah,
again. I
it
can
has to
see you
do-
Googling.
Yeah, I'm googling it with my brain.
my big brain.
So did you guys come up with that to swallow a frog, or was it like
Yeah.
a thing all the kids said back then?
Oh, I don't know actually, but this is very. I mean, this is everywhere you go in Brazil. People say, I don't want to say everywhere you go because places they have their own idioms. Which,
Mm.
like for us, like, so I'm from São Paulo, and then every time I go to Minas, which is a state close to us, we hear idioms that are like, "What are you talking about?" Like that. This doesn't make any sense.
So was break right? Does it mean to
It's
swallow
very
your
close.
pride?
No, it's very close. Yeah, it has to do with pride, but it has like a bigger meaning of it.
Positive or negative?
Oh, definitely negative. This is negative. There's a negative connotation to it.
So why are we still thinking?
Right? Come on, everyone's waiting for you.
Please, can you figure this out, Rick?
Nana was calculating. She was like, going, putting all the ideas together. I need time.
So it has something to do with pride,
Yeah.
and it's negative. Does it mean to be what do you call it? Shy?
No.
Accept a bad situation?
Yeah, this is a bad situation.
Accept a bad situation, yeah?
Mm,
Yeah. All right. I'll give you a hint. Okay. I'll give a sentence. At this new job, you might have to swallow some frogs.
have to be
I mean, I know how to say it very rudely, but
Please don't.
All right, go on.
I'm not planning to.
Does it mean to not speak your mind? To be quiet instead of no?
No.
Okay, Breck, what do you think?
So I think maybe it has partially to do with what Marie said, like you don't speak out when you maybe normally would, but at the same time, from other people, you're receiving like bad information, bad energy almost, and you're just being quiet about it. You just have to accept
No.
these bad things.
No.
How was this so
It's
difficult?
like on the right direction we talked about pride because this has to do with pride.
Okay,
right?
then explain. I cannot.
Yeah, engolir sapo means, or swallow frogs means you need to just take some hits. There might be some problems. You might have to do stuff that you don't like, and you just have to be quiet and accept it.
Like power through.
So
Just power through it. Yeah.
So Danny, is it you have to do things you don't like, or is it you have to be quiet? Because I think they are kind of two different things.
Yeah, well, it's a combination of both. You need, like it. The whole point of swallowing it is that you don't speak up, right? You're swallowing.
You accept it. You accept these bad things.
So the first part is to be quiet, and the second one is a frog who wants to swallow frog. Although, to be fair, people from Rio eat frogs, so I don't know if
they use that
over
idiom.
there.
They probably don't use that idiom.
Yeah,
in
they
Rio.
don't use that idiom, right? But it does mean to like just accept it, power through it, and then that's life. La vie. That's life, and you have to do it. So you might have
sometimes you just gotta swallow some frogs.
You have to swallow some frogs along the way.
Every day, every morning, just get up and swallow some frogs and move on.
That's life, Greg.
Move
Swallow
on
them
and
frogs.
That's life.
Swallow some more frogs. Who knows? Like,
That's
right.
Oh
life.
my
I
gosh.
like that one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you have to swallow frogs. That's you have to accept the problem and be quiet about it, and then accept that that's life. All right, I have a bonus one, and then this one is probably the hardest one, which translates to think about the death of the cow. To think about the death of the cow. Pensar na...
Vegetarian.
What?
Vegetarian.
No.
Vegan.
Think about the death of the cow.
Not to be rude, but maybe it could just directly translate. That's what they call vegetarian.
Yeah.
Someone who thinks about the death of the cow. That kind of makes sense.
Does it mean to like reflect or like hindsight?
No, but there's a
almost
of what you said that you can use here. So when you're reflecting, what are you using when we reflect?
Your brain, your thinking.
It needs to be mindful.
No.
No.
Is it like a warning?
No warning. Again, brain.
Is it something to do with food?
No, that's nothing.
Are we
Just because
eating
there's a cow
brain?
here doesn't mean food.
Okay, just scrap that one out.
Does it just mean to think, to be logical?
No, not logical at all.
Opposite.
Emotional?
Is it to think irrationally?
No.
Think about past?
Is it, or if you're upset?
No.
Does it involve thinking?
Some kind of thinking. Some kind of thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
About the past or the future?
Present.
Ooh, game changer. Ooh.
Present.
The plot thickens.
Exactly.
Yeah. Present. It can be either. It can be all of them.
Like
Okay, so it's not time related. Not
present
like
continuous. Think about what you've done.
No.
I have no idea.
This have been like Marie has used this as a gas before.
Be
Oh
crazy.
no, come
This-
on.
Yeah, she has said like this gas before, like this translation before, as a gas, but in a different.
To
It
be
was wrong,
mentally
Becky.
unstable. Is that what it means?
No.
Actually, stop saying the word crazy. I mean no offense by that. Please,
Have you used that
everybody.
before? No, you haven't used that before. You have said the word.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, oh my god, yeah. If she's thinking about this back then, I'm like, oh.
I cannot remember what I said 10 seconds ago. Never mind an hour ago.
No.
Give us a hint, please.
All right. Okay. Okay. You're definitely gonna get this one then. All right. You look at Brick. Brick is staring at a wall like this, and then or you're talking to him, right? And he just keeps like this, and then you're like, are you thinking
Oh,
about
daydreaming.
daydreaming? Yeah.
I was about to
Got
say
it.
you've lost your marbles.
No.
Oh.
Like, just like you're even listening. No. Pensando na morte da bezerra.
Daydreaming.
Think about the death of a cow.
Thinking about the death of a cow. How does
Because it's
that
so
relate
illogical.
to
Like,
daydreaming?
why are you thinking about like pay attention? You know, like
I
folks.
disagree with that one.
You disagree with that.
You need to find something else to say.
Surely you could replace death of a cow with just about anything, and it would have the same
We
meaning.
usually
you
say
know?
on the moon, like, are you on the moon? Or, like,
Yeah, are you on the moon?
use
Are you
both ear
thinking
on
about the
moon.
growing of trees? Like, I don't know.
What's so morbid? The death of a cow.
Yeah, that's a very good expression.
The
It might
death
be because meat is so like important to Brazilians. Who knows?
Maybe, but I'm just. It has nothing to do with like being poor. It's just like, are you even listening? You know, like, no. Where is your mind when you said
No,
brain? Like, where is your mind going? You know, like.
I
You
reckon
know-
they did a survey.
So how many did you ask now? Did you do 10?
No, I did 12.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
I did 12.
I think I got 3 out of 12 then.
You got a lot.
Uh,
3 out of
Who
12
doesn't-
is a terrible
Let's see.
score.
who doesn't cry? Who doesn't cry? Doesn't suckle. Who has mouth goes to Rome? A stabbing. Score 10-0. Do you want confetti? Continue seeing boats. Oh, I didn't ask you this ones. Okay. Take a from the rain. I didn't ask you guys this one either.
Which one?
Being at Disney. See everything pink. The death of a cow. 11.
Okay, so then I got 4. 4 out of 11.
I
And then
thought
you
I'd
add the
ordered
one
them.
that Brick got and the one that I got. So technically, Marie did very well.
Yes.
She did very well.
Marie did very
I
well.
used
with
all
Brick.
my
Technically, we're all
lifelines.
winners.
With Brick.
Technically,
No.
we actually loaned you lifelines at this
You
point.
did. So, Brick and Anna, thank
Fed
you.
you with all the information. All you had to do is just like put the pieces together. All right.
Well,
No,
my brain
good.
is cheese. There's nothing happening here. So, thank you guys. I'm so glad I'm done though. I'm out of the hot seat now.
Yeah.
Nana, are you next?
So lucky.
Are you gonna be in the hot seat next?
Who's in the hot seat next? I'm gonna present next time.
Ooh. You're a good guesser though. You're like
Okay, so you're
Yeah,
presenting
so
and I'm in
imagine
the
my
hot seat.
presenting. It'll be even better than the guessing. So,
Okay, but just tell her what you'll be presenting because that's gonna be a game changer.
no, because she'll Google it and then she'll know the answers.
But it's not English.
I won't.
It is English,
I mean,
but it's
it
not
is English,
you know.
But it's kind of old English. It's English that you
Old
wouldn't be
English.
able to.
Oh.
You want
old
me to show-
English.
shall I
It's
give you
old
a teaser?
English. All right.
So do a
Shakespeare.
teaser for next month.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. Why?
No, we're not going that old school now. No, don't worry. It's more new school than Shakespeare.
Where are thou? All right. Okay,
Where-
that's good.
Where art thou trousers? No, it's not. What does that mean? No, it's not going to be like that. No, not quite.
Okay.
Same, but different.
Scary.
What, do you want a teaser as to what next month's going to be like, Nana?
Maybe I don't know. No, let's keep it as a surprise.
Ooh,
Elements
Oh,
of surprise.
Everyone
like
in
it, yeah.
suspense for a month.
yeah.
suspense. All right. So Nana's
Yeah.
in the hot seat next month. Okay.
It's
It's
Rich
been
gonna
established.
present. Awesome.
I'm just going to speak good English to you, and you've got to guess what it means.
Good English.
Oh, tragedy.
Wow.
is
Okay,
good
maybe not good
English.
English. Maybe not good English, but some form of English. Yeah.
Of English.
Some people
Okay.
might consider that English, right?
Some people might consider it the normal. Yeah. Others won't.
No, we are not going to do that, Nana.
I can tell.
Okay, I think that's it for today, guys. We've
That's
been
it?
busy for an hour. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Yeah.
Is it
how-
time to say
I
goodbye?
like it. Which one was more broken? Was it Marie's Afrikaans or is it Portuguese with all this awesome idioms?
Portuguese is intense. Yo,
I kind of want to say you're on the same playing field
But,
in my
but
mind.
I think yours might have been a bit harder because you're doing idioms instead of
Yeah.
just a single word.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Because it's
probably
like
a lot harder.
cultural
Yeah.
connotations and all of that as well. So
Yeah. I mean, I thought about just doing words, but then even worse because we don't care. Like, there's a meme called there's like limit and then Brazilians. We don't see limits. We just, you know
well,
what,
Daniel, next time it's on.
you know, it's just like,
oh dear.
you know, like as you know how people say, oh, I'm a boomer now, like getting older. I don't know the lingo, what kids are saying nowadays. It's a lot harder in Brazil. Like Portuguese people are just, people don't care about the language. They just don't care. They're just like, oh, I'm just gonna create this. And the worst part now is that we're using English words as well. So so people are using like stalking, like bad, old, you know, like like for example, tô na bad, I'm bad. So it means I'm sad. Tô na bad.
It's becoming Portuguese
People
English.
just
Mm.
yeah, so people are just like, and they're butchering it because I mean, bad means bad, but they're saying it as in sad. You know, like oh, I'm sad.
So is it Portuguese English or English? That's the
No, it's
That's
just
the-
like,
that's the real
I don't know
decision that we
who's
have
doing
to
it. I don't
make.
know who's doing it. I think it's just like a way. I think it's like a way for people to learn English. You know, like you know how like easily like sneaking. Oh, just like sprinkle some words. They don't know it. They might.
I've got it.
I've heard that
Danny, I've got
before.
it. It's Pinglish.
It's English. Yes,
That's the one. It's Pinglish.
English. I think of a pig.
Like Spanglish, but it's Pinglish.
Exactly, like Spanglish. Exactly, yeah.
English.
Okay, I think it's time to say goodbye. We're just getting
Alright.
silly.
Cool.
Daniel, do you
Yeah.
want to finish us off?
Yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you had as much fun as we did. Just like to remember to remind you guys that all the teachers here for Fluentella that we offer English, Afrikaans, Zulu, French, Mandarin, Portuguese, and Spanish classes.
And
So
French.
and French. I said French, didn't I?
Yeah,
English,
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
Mandarin,
Sorry.
Portuguese, and Spanish. So please go to our website at fluentella.com to sign up. Also follow us on Facebook and on Instagram to stay up to date. And then next month we will have different contestants, different hosts, a different challenge. New
I'm
challenge.
excited.
Oh.
All right. So that's it for today. Hope to see you on our online classes. Ciao, ciao. Bye, bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you.
Guys, thanks a lot. See you next
Yeah.
time.
See you.